All right, we're live. All right, shalom,
Shalom.
shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, we're going to give all glory and honor to
Yahawah,
Yahweh.
Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, our great millstone, who taught us His truth. Salutations to the elect, feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, with sincerity, truth, and with charity. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, which the world ignorantly calls God and Jehovah. His true name is Yahweh in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Bahasham means in the name of, and YAHAWASHI is the true name of the Son, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. His true name is YAHAWASHI in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. Once again, Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson. We're just going to be going to various topics, right? And first thing I wanted to mention, unless you had something,
No, go ahead.
was this famine of the word is happening. And if you don't know what the famine of the word is, there's going to be a time where this where the proper correct breakdowns of the Bible are going to be basically unable to be accessed, right? They're going to be very hard to find, and whoever has the proper breakdowns of the scriptures, right, is going to have them, and then whoever doesn't is not going to. And you have something.
I do. But you have me in the frame or no?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
in the frame. Amos 8:11.
Yeah. This is the book of Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. So you people are gonna hope and pray that you were able to that you wish you would have gotten the word.
Yeah,
But you're not gonna be able to because you rejected it.
and you're also with the famine of the word. You're basically going to have very difficult ways of accessing the Bible. And yeah, you got some bats, right? What's it called? You got difficult ways of accessing the Bible. Salakia. It's gonna be difficult to access the Bible, like the Bible apps, right? The Blue Letter Bible, the King James Version Bible. Even if these other people that do have them, they're not gonna have the correct breakdowns because the brothers' channels are gonna be, likely removed by then.
Yeah, because you don't think Esau is gonna just shut things down. But ultimately, the Lord's gonna be the one that allows Esau to do that in the first place.
And the reason I'm mentioning this famine of the word because we brought this topic out, right? And we'll continue to repeat these topics. Was that recently in Canada they have this Bill C9, the Combating Hate Act, is a Canadian federal law that amended the criminal code to strengthen the protection against hate crimes. Right? The legislation received royal assent on June 18th, 2026, and officially came into force, or is coming into force, July 18th, 2026. Key provisions. It creates new criminal offenses for intentionally obstructing, interfering, or intimidating individuals to impede their. Yeah, let me see. It says interfering with or intimidating individuals to impede their lawful access to places of worship, schools, daycare centers. Right, I'm gonna go down here. Actually, it says redefines and strengthens hate speech. Right. It says codifies the Supreme Court's definition of hatred into the criminal code and removes a historic good faith or religious expression defense for criminal hate speech convictions. Um, Basically, what this means is, in short, they're gonna start what they're gonna start anybody who speaks about one of those things, right? One of those categories they can classify as hate speech is the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Because what we speak against these LGBT communities,
We
this
speak against
alphabet.
Mo. We speak against all these people that perform wickedness. So what these people they're gonna silence us eventually.
Right
Not
there. I
no.
don't want to. I don't want to chew that there. You're good. Don't worry about it. Let's put it right there. Yeah, you good. I'll pick it up after. Where you put? All right, whatever. Yeah, keep going. You got anything?
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 55, 6 through 7. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. And to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. So you have to seek the Lord while he may be found. This is the time where you're going to be able to tap in and start getting edified. Because just like me and the brother have been saying, and the other brothers have been saying, starting now from the elders and apostles and the bishops and the teachers, is that once this famine of the word comes, that's it. There's not going to be no more ability to fill into your cup, to prepare, to leisurely just scroll on YouTube and watch a lesson. No, it's going to be whatever you're doing now. That's what you're going to be able to take in this time, Jacob's trouble, because you're not going to be able to go on YouTube or go on Instagram and see the word. It's going to be shut down.
And another thing is like it's getting harder and harder to like really focus nowadays because you gotta pray to Lord sometimes that you give you that a spirit to like focus because like all these fucking distractions are here.
Yeah.
They got all sorts of YouTube shorts. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're reading comments and you're seeing all the things on the side of the video, and that shit is just fucking distracting you from what you should actually be looking at. And myself included, I be getting distracted and shit sometimes. And you gotta sometimes you gotta just lock into a video or at least have it, playing in the background just to just have that spiritual, that spirit
Spiritual
going,
food,
man.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Yeah, and then another thing, I don't want to cut you off, but you gotta start writing down the precepts that the brothers mentioned. Because one thing you hear it once, but then you can you want to be taking notes, bro.
yeah,
The scriptures say, "Well, let everything be done with decently in order." Right? You want to, and precept upon precept, line upon line. Yeah,
we're not here to rush or to see who can memorize the most precepts, because really what it comes down to, whether the Lord puts a spirit on you to remember these precepts. And that's why we repeat ourselves over and over. We have certain precepts that we bring out almost every lesson, every camp, because they're just precepts that we remember. And repetition is the father of all skill. So eventually, once a precept sticks with you, you remember it. With time, you're gonna get better at it. And that's why it's gonna be where it's gonna be meditating on your mind.
yeah. So what's up, man?
Continue.
You good?
You continue.
Yeah, Slovakia. But this famine of the word is coming, man. And that's the thing, man. You people don't realize what you have till you lose it.
You lose it, yeah.
And another thing is, man, these worldly ass people. What when a celebrity dies, all of a sudden they flock to this they flock to this guy's page and give them millions of followers. Like the motherfucker died, and now you giving them attention.
He's dead.
Like what this rapper X Temptation,
Yeah.
right? Nobody, he wasn't very known, and then
I mean,
he was known, but wasn't as known after when he died. Then everybody started loving this guy, like
yeah.
or like all these, what I'm saying. But these worldly people, they don't fucking care. But the thing is, man, when these scriptures are gone, the thing is though, like these people, they're gonna be trying. They might hear, they might be trying to get something. They might be trying to get the scriptures, but they're not gonna even have access to that, man. They're not gonna. It's gonna seem like they're gonna be trying to understand it. And they're not gonna be able to. You're like even like you got these different movies and stuff. Like there was this one movie with that guy Seth Rogen, I think. It was the End of the World movie. All hell was breaking loose. These guys were trying to open up the scriptures, man. The last minute.
Yeah, bro. You can't find an easy way out when it comes to this. This is like not. We say this. We bring out this example a lot, but this is nothing like your class what you had in high school, where you're with a group of 5 kids and you just don't answer them. You don't answer the group chat. And you just cruise by, and they have no choice but to just do the work for you so you pass. It's either you doing the work or not. No, nobody can do it for you. Nobody can get you to read precepts. Nobody can get you to get on your knees and pray when you're going through a serious moment or a good moment. It's either you want this or you don't. And it's ultimately you're all the elect or you're not. Okay. Salakia, if I'm swatting, there's a bunch of bugs out here where we are right now. It's either you have the elect or you're not. And the elect is going to be hungry. The elect's going to fish for this word right now and make sure that they prepare their oil as necessary. Examine yourself and prove whether you be in the faith. Right? You got to examine yourself daily. There's days where you're a little bit more distracted than others. What do? You make adjustments. You go on a fast if you have to. You shut the phone off. You do more reading. You make sure that when you wake up in the morning, you
Or you start off by reading first.
reading first a chapter a day, or however you do it, watching a lesson as you're waking up, so you can just start your mind off the right way. Because otherwise, if you don't, then what are you starting off your mind with?
That's what I've been trying to do recently. Trying to get these precepts in before you do anything else, because what is that? There's a scripture. I don't know. I don't think it applies to this, but yeah, I just you do these things, man. Before,
And do things with urgency,
yeah,
because you never know when you say, oh, I'll do a video later, or I'll read later, and then you might not get the chance to.
and I was telling the brother, you don't want to do things slothfully either, because a sloth. It's not just talking about being lazy. It's speaking a sloth. A sloth does things like slowly. They might do the thing, they might eventually complete the task, but they're doing it so slowly and stuff. You don't want to you always you don't want to rush things, but you want to do things in a manner where it's it's what is it, what's the word, you want to do things in order, efficiently. You don't want to be just because you got other things to do, right? But you don't want to what's the word, like you don't want to prolong to do things. That's why you wait till the end of the don't wait till the end of the day to make these your lessons or whatever.
If you have a chance, like for example, like you find yourself in a break between work, you got to go from one place to another. You got some time, you got to spare, whatever the case may be. Do a lesson. Watch a lesson. I don't know if it's catching.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, do a lesson.
Next,
You have time. People go to the gym and then they say, "Oh, I don't have time to do a lesson." Now, well, that's bullshit. You're making excuses because you're telling me that you rather work on your body first than to work on your spirit.
and
That's gonna really be your way out, man.
next thing you know, that you got people going weeks without videos and lessons, like all because you know what I'm saying, that demon. That's a demon, man, like a procrastination type of demon, and then it builds up. You know what I'm saying?
And the scriptures in 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and 11 say, "Lest Satan should get advantage of us, but we are not ignorant of his devices." And we can use that in many different examples. That's a very strong precept that we also bring out very often, because Satan, he tries to get you to just be distracted with a bunch of little things, tasks, obligations, and that could be a real distraction. Of course, you got to get it done. You got to do what you got to do in this world to pay your bills and make sure things are handled in decency and in order, but you shouldn't make that the priority over the Lord. And that could be easier said than done, man, because when you have things that stress you out, your flesh gets the best of you. Make sure you want to get those things done, but really the Lord comes first. And the Lord's the one that controls all these things.
Because I wanted to mention, we're living in the time now where the prophets. Actually, I'm going to bring out this precept first. Luke 10:24. It says, "For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them." Right. So the Lord, He only gave this to His elect, and we're living in that time period where now these things are finally coming out, being revealed. We're living in those time period, man. And that's the thing. Another thing, people have tried to pay and seek all sorts of different, like, they try to seek out for a so-called truth. They were never ever able to find the actual truth. They paid for all sorts of seminars.
Yeah.
Also, went through all sorts of, what is it, familiar spirits, or
Gurus, like whatever the fuck, Tony Robbins, whoever the fuck, and Esau did the same thing. They seeked far and wide to get people to break down the scriptures, but ultimately the Lord has given them the wrong people, because it's really the Lord that could control somebody and just make their tongue cleave to the roof of their mouth to where they're not saying the correct thing. they're not given the correct thing. But regardless, these Edomites wouldn't even be able to understand it in the first place.
Many
Even if
people
they could
have
find these people.
many people have desired to seek these things out, and the answers were never given unto them. Right, so you have the answers right in front of you, and you gotta collect that information. You gotta gather that oil now.
Yeah, you're wicked.
That wisdom, knowledge, understanding. That's a better word to use, right? But you have to gather that now,
Oh,
right?
this is the treasure of the word. Matthew 4:4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh. So we're living according to this word, not based off our own vain philosophies and opinions, not like the people of this world, how they think, oh, it's what I think, my opinion.
I believe that these
I
things will
believe it.
happen.
Well, guess what? What does Jeremiah 17:9 say? The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Or going into the mind.
Because these people are so fucking carnal, man. They do what everybody else does. Oh, if these people like the World Cup,
They
now all of a sudden they fucking go. Now they love the World Cup.
a month ago they didn't even know about it. Or they didn't even care. The people are just meat riders, and the same people are going to be the ones that are going to take the chip. All you have to do is just put a few athletes or a few people to talk about it, and then these people will just follow the pack. You know, even if somebody knows the right answer, they did a study before, where like they knew these people knew the right answer, but they still chose with the majority that got the wrong answer, even though they knew the answer that was correct. It just shows you the mindset of these people. They don't have a backbone. They don't have anything to stand on. They don't have their loins girded about in truth. They're not unmovable, right? That's why we're called to be separate from the people of this world,
I
right?
guess.
When First Peter talks about you're a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, you were called out of the darkness into this marvelous light. We're called to be in a completely separate wavelength and spirit than the rest of these people, because we're of the hopeful elect. The rest of these people, they don't understand. They don't understand what the hopeful elect is. Me and the brother were just going to a store recently, and these people, man, these heathens and Jake too, they're in the house of mirth. They're going, they're getting all these, cases of beer, food. They're not catching hell. They're not going through nothing, man. They just work their job. They live comfortably. They have their family. They get their desserts on the weekend, and that's it. They just go through that cycle.
I got something to bring. I got something adding on to what you were saying earlier, and then I want to go off of what you were saying just now. Actually, it says Exodus 23 and verse 2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." Right, so that you shouldn't follow a multitude to do evil. Like just because everybody else is doing something doesn't mean you follow them.
Yeah, man.
But that's the mentality of these people. That's why what they love homosexuality, they love adultery, they love eating abominable foods. And I'm speaking about our people, man, because the rest of these fucking heathens, man, they're already finished anyway.
The scriptures say, uh, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, right? So you're not supposed to be walking on the same wavelength of these fucked up people.
Oh, and
You have no reason to be around them.
a-
You're not gonna get nothing from them.
and just going up back what you were saying, right? Now there's heat waves in the UK, and different storms, even like different tornadoes, earthquakes, right? Just popping up. Man, the Lord's sending his judgment, man. He's making it clear because the scripture said what? That there would be earthquakes in diverse places, right? But going back to there's a heat wave in the UK and these other different areas. Man, these people like that's the thing, bro. And you're saying these people they're going on their vacations, having just watch, man. When you fuckers get no more air conditioner, okay, you're gonna get no more electricity, no more food.
Yeah.
You people, man, are gonna fucking you're gonna experience that shit,
Gotta
man.
crank it up to a level where you're gonna feel the heat.
Because these people, they've never catched hell a day in their life, man.
Oh, man, they had it easy until it's not easy for them. That's how the Lord does it, man. And we got the Akim in the chat. Shalom to the brothers tuning in. Shalom,
Hey,
brother
shalom,
Jamal.
shalom, brothers.
You brothers that are on the live right now, drop some precepts. You know. Yeah, but continuing on, I got a precept as well. Yeah, it's Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Hey, just real quick. I don't want to interrupt you. Just walk a little bit this way, just because the light. Yeah, that's good.
Better?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
Salakia,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna.
repeat that again. It's lucky we got some lighting issues right now where we at. We trying to make it work because we're not able
You
to
just
go
gotta
to
hear. You just gotta hear it right now.
other camp spot. But this is Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. So we're called to be watchmen. That's why we're on the Instagrams, reposting the news. That's why we're on YouTube, reposting what's going on in the world, making lessons regarding the things that are going on. Because what are we doing, man? As men of the Lord, measuring our times diligently. All right. We know that we have this understanding of prophecy, the spirit of prophecy. That's why we're able to know when these perilous things come that this is all from the Lord. You know, there was a guy today, and I made a lesson about it, you know, because these people, these Yah Israelites, these Yahusha Israelites, they don't understand the spirit of prophecy. They don't understand the spirit of judgment. So they get offended by it. It hurts their feelings. It scares them. You know, that's why when they see a crazy video of a person getting their head chopped off or a crane smashing somebody's brains and blowing up all over the floor, they get offended by that,
Hey,
but they don't realize that the Lord is the one who did that. So if you have a problem with judgment, then you have a problem with the ways of the Lord.
does Scripture say what? Let's bring this out.
Isaiah 45:7. We're going to that too.
Let's bring this out. Just to. This is a book. Oh, I got a connection issue. You bring this out? Evil men understand it, not judgment. Let me see if I can get internet. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Proverbs 28:5. Evil men do not understand justice, but those who seek the Lord understand it fully, right? But you people, you don't understand the judgments of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai.
Yeah, man.
When you see all these things happening, man, they're from the Lord, bro. Okay? If little Johnny gets his fucking a tree falls on top of little Johnny dies. Little Johnny was a wicked nigga in his past life.
Johnny could have committed adultery
Yeah.
generations ago. You people don't understand that, but you people don't even believe in what reincarnation. You hear that word and then you start tripping out because you know whatever you thought that word meant. Well, it's actually true. You know, because there's a lot of these Christians, man, these Israelites, they don't believe in reincarnation. They don't believe that people can have past lives and they come back. We're spirits. We're spirits that are recycled in new bodies. You know, and the scriptures go into that as well. But this is the book of Isaiah 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh, do all these things. So the Lord, He's responsible for creating both good and evil. You know, He created the earth. He created it in beauty and splendor. You know, He clothed it with different colors, beautiful animals with different patterns. But He also created destruction. He also created pollution in the earth. He allowed these devils to take control to where they facilitate that. They continue to facilitate evil and spread that wicked, devilish spirit off the four corners of the earth. You know, what does the scripture say? Babylon has become a habitation of every unclean bird and hateful spirit, roughly paraphrasing. So this place has become a habitation and it's spread to the rest of the world. And that's, you know, due to the Esau Edom. You know, Job 9:24 says the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? And that's starting off with the banking families, you know, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, and all these people that are, you know, wicked, um, these wicked elites. They're Edomites. And the Lord has given them control, all right? He's ultimately the one that forms the darkness and creates the evil, but he's given these people the ability to facilitate that. He gave them the template to manipulate this earth. And that's why, you know, we desperately need to be delivered from this place because it's only getting worse.
And Salakio, you got something
No, go
else?
ahead.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this earlier. You see all these stores, these like stores full of people, full of groceries, restaurants full of people having a good time, and I just thought about it like there's gonna be a time period where the Lord is gonna wipe that shit off the fucking earth, man. He's gonna wipe all that shit off. That whole spirit of people eating at restaurants, people going on different you know, carnival, cruise ships, vacations, resorts, you know, beaches. Man, you're gonna see the whole spirit in the air change real soon, man.
Very soon. It's
It's
such a good.
going to fucking happen, and the thing is, the scriptures speak about, and their inward thoughts was that their houses shall remain forever, roughly paraphrasing. Meaning what? They really think it's gonna go on forever. No, you're gonna be surprised, man, real soon. Because think about it this way, man. You know, during that whole C1 nizzle, you had less people outside. You had everybody wearing masks and stuff. Things can change very quickly.
Very
So
quick.
imagine the Lord just what is it? Speed. It's
Speedy riddance.
creating a speedy riddance of these people. Yeah, Tawada.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And we're very close to Jacob's trouble really coming into full effect, because we're already in Jacob's trouble right now. Whether you have the spirit to believe it or not, what's going on right now. ICE, raids, Alcatraz, war, World War III.
I don't even think there will be another president after this
Yeah.
devil DJT.
And,
Honestly, because the way things like the spirit that's on this guy, they're gonna crank it up, bro. They're gonna crank it up a
they're gonna
notch
crank it
real
up,
soon, man.
real soon. It's a matter of days. Right now everything's still chill. They say peace and safety.
Oh, and
Right.
another thing, was another vessel just got striked. I believe it was an Iranian. More U.S. strikes on Iranian territory, right? After they supposedly signed a peace treaty.
It's funny too, because this cruel Lord DJT,
How many fucking peace treaties are you gonna
he's always coming up
sign?
with something. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And that really goes to show you, man, he's very smooth and calculated with how he speaks. This guy doesn't stutter. He doesn't make mistakes. He's so good at he could do like 10 insane things back to back, and then he'll just go on there, speak a little bit of bullshit, and people fall for it, man. And
And,
that's continuing to happen,
and
man.
I saw the comments. I looked through the comments. These Edomites like, go get him. The
Go get him.
yeah, what's it called? Um, what's it called? Go get that oil. They have no mercy. That's what they were saying. Like putting the American flags. Like, no, have no mercy. Uh, yeah, dude. These people, man, like, they don't fucking care. You can go bomb the whole country, take their oil, take all their oil reserves, man. Take all their resources. Bomb schools, and you got these people in the comments, these blokes, they're just cheering on
Yeah, America.
America.
Fuck
I,
America,
I
man.
have I have this Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. Right? Let's look at that word indignation. Let's look at the meaning of that word indignation. It says anger or annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair treatment. Let's go into more definitions, right? Let's see. Righteous indignation is a reactive emotion of anger, moral outrage, and a strong sense of injustice. Right? That's right. So going back, right? It says, yeah, indignation, right? Righteous judgment. That's really what it is. The Lord has righteous a hatred towards you people, man.
Yeah, man. He's not gonna let you people get away with it. You think you can? Only for so long, until the Lord's just gonna destroy you, man, and that day of judgment's coming to you. Because what? You chose to forsake the Lord. And the Lord's not even dealing with you heathens. Don't even get me started with you people, man. For all you Israelites out there that think heathens have a chance at salvation, but you're fucking wrong. Hate to
Yeah,
break it to you, bud,
yeah,
but you're
yeah.
wrong.
Righteous anger. The Lord. Let me go back to that. It says Malachi 1:4. That's I'm gonna. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will build and build the desolate. We will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts: They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. Right. So the Lord hates you people, and you're the border of wickedness, man. You know, and the whole world's gonna know what you are, man.
Well,
You already
they're already being exposed.
and you're already seeing people fucking hate, the head tribe of Esau, which is Amalek. They're getting spat on.
No
They're
salt at all.
not getting a, they're getting, what's it, jumped in the streets. They're getting kicked out of, different stores.
Everywhere they go, they're not being respected. Yeah, they're the scum of the earth. The Lord's allowing that to be revealed right now, and then He's allowing the real Israelites, the nation of Israel, starting off with you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you Israelite foreigners, to know their heritage, to come back. Those that are able to conceive. And trust me, people are waking up now. People are waking up. This word is getting out there. Don't think that it's not, because when we post videos, they get a lot more views. It reaches who it's meant to reach, like the spirit of the wind. You know, like the spirit of the wind. The Lord puts on the spirit of these people to come, and He'll lay out the video that they're meant to see, to come to the truth. They are the elect. If they're not, then they're going to reject it. And the scriptures in Hosea 4:6 say, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." Our people are sottish people, very stupid. They rather choose to worship in Cesar Borgia, that same, a fucking white man, long hair. Meanwhile, they don't want to come back to their true power.
You got a whole World Cup commercial recently, aired on during the World Cup. A whole Jesus World Cup commercial, man, with the white fucking Caesar Borgia picture, the mural, and you got a bunch of you got all sorts of people calling on JC. They're allowing this. This is how you know, man. The world hates Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, because they wouldn't allow that. They allow, yeah, but they love Jesus, man. They love JC. They love white Jesus. They love that Caesar Borgia. The whole world hates Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi, and they hate us too.
This is the book of
They hate the men of the Lord, man. But they fucking love that JC.
this is John 15:18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of this world, the world would love its own. But because ye are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. All right. So that there you go right there. They're gonna persecute us.
And,
That's why people aren't respecting us.
only the elect really love Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi. The rest of this world, but man, they they hate the Lord, man. That's why you see a JC World Cup commercial. Everybody's clapping their hands, and fuck JC, man, and fuck the rest of these people.
Man, fuck you all.
Then you're celebrating. Then they got the America 250. God bless USA in the
USCFA.
background. On the plates. They America 250th birthday.
Yeah, a kingdom doesn't last. There's something I read
Yeah,
on.
I was gonna say
Kingdom
what.
doesn't last for more than 250 years.
Yeah, there's like an average. There's like an average lifespan of a kingdom, and it's 250 years.
Now, whether it's 250 years,
251.
251, 251 and a half, 252.
Man, either way, man.
Either way, the Lord's coming soon
The
on His
scriptures
time.
the scriptures were written, man, and the scriptures are true.
Yeah, the scriptures, Hebrews 4:12, the word of Yahweh is alive and active, sharper than any two-edged sword. So this word applies to our life. And the things that are happening right now, the things that were written for aforetime were written for our learning. Is that the correct precept?
Yeah, let's bring that out.
Things written.
Okay, hey, can you do me a favor and move that guy so he doesn't
Yeah.
you think it'd be good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is whatever, man. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written in that's aforetime were written for our learning, that through patience and through comfort of the scriptures we might have hope. Right? So these scriptures they give the elect hope, man.
That's
And
what
and, 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 and what these things that were written by the prophets before, they're still profitable. And there's prophecies, different prophecies in the Old Testament that were written in the Old Testament that's still yet to be fulfilled. They still have to,
right now.
yeah, they still have to be fulfilled, right? So, like what, like Joel 2:20, right? You know, the Northern Army is going to be destroyed, which the American Babylon the Great. They're about to get sent off real soon. They're going to be destroyed,
While
man.
your cruel Lord is over here having all these events and he's showing up to every single one of them. Meanwhile, his troops are dying at war. His
Uh,
troops are saying their last goodbye to their kids. But the Lord, He set up that way, man, because He's using you people as disposables.
like little what is it? You're just cogs in the machine, man. They can just fucking replace you.
Yeah.
Just put a new cog in.
Oh, you know, we're in the heap of war right now. It's the worst time ever. Well, we'll give you a Camaro if you sign on that dotted line.
But
They ain't even gonna be doing that, man. It's
yeah,
gonna be drafting people.
but your vote matters though.
Your vote matters, though. Remember to vote. It's
your God given right.
It's your God given right. I had this woman tell me that. I was like, whatever.
And these stupid hoes, man. Let not these people's incredulity trouble thee. Let's bring that out.
And matter of fact, you should be very, very wise. Be sober and vigilant. You know, be wise who you even tell this truth to, because it's not even deserving of people of some. There's some people that aren't even deserving of hearing it. Real talk.
Yeah, and sometimes you tell people, and they don't take heed. That's on them. At the end of the day, it'd be better at that point where they and because if they refuse it, it'd be better for if they didn't hear it at all at that point. Because they're gonna be worse off, right? But at that point, man, the blood's off of your hands. But there's some people that are gonna receive it. We're just here doing our job. So if these people want to say, oh, I don't, it's not gonna happen in our lifetime, or people have been saying that for thousands of years. Don't get on that same wavelength of these fucking people, and then get those demons that fucking hop on you.
Oh, they've been saying this for thousands of years. It's not gonna happen.
Get that weak ass fucking that
Fuck out of here.
demonic ass spirit away from us, man. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15:3. Fear not the imaginations against thee, and let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right? We're not going to let your unbelief, right? Your lack of faith
Get in the way of us serving the Lord.
Yeah, we're not going to let that get in the way. We're going to continue doing what we're doing, man. Because you'll tell people, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I don't think that. I don't think so."
Wow.
They literally, I've seen people. They will literally say, "I don't think so." We don't care what you fucking think,
Yeah,
bro.
what does scripture say right now? Let's bring this out.
Or we got another 1,000 years.
We don't care what you said.
Fuck out of
It
here,
doesn't
man.
matter. If it doesn't align with the scriptures, it doesn't matter. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3 and verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect? Yahweh forbid. Yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar, as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and thou mightest and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So it doesn't matter what the fuck you think. All right, if you don't believe, we don't care. Be an unbeliever. Get destroyed for your lack of knowledge. Go trust in the system. Go trust in yourself. Go trust in that fucking fake Santa,
Or
Allah or JC.
or your fucking professor,
Or your
man.
professor, your woman, whatever the fuck. We don't give a fuck about you people.
Man, fuck what
You
these
don't get it.
people.
Get out of our face.
Fuck what these other people have to say.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden, when Professor Jang starts talking, you all of a sudden stop and listen.
Elon Musk.
Or Elon Musk.
Same fuck that's trying to put a brain chip in you and control you like a fucking robot. If he talks, then everybody listens. But the scriptures talk about that. If a rich man speak, everybody listens.
Yeah, let's bring that out.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
You know, because that really ties in with us, man. Because we're not rich in in earthly possessions.
We
We're
we
in the
don't
spirit.
we don't even the way like the way we dress, man. We're not like these fucking people walking around with
Gucci.
these fucking this attire. Now people look at us a certain way because we have raggedy clothes, right? We're using garments, right? And we're not like these. We're not coming up with in fucking
So
sports cars. We don't have all these fucking jewelry like these
because
other people have.
past the pork chop, he makes enough money by swindling and grifting the congregation goers. He's pulling up in a nice Mercedes Benz, a Rolls Royce. I know a fucking guy.
Yeah, what
This
priest?
punk ass priest that
Father Bob
Father Bob, right? Father fucking Bob, his name was. He had this
got a whole ass. What he's got a
ass
whole ass
Mercedes, bro.
yeah,
And people were like, "Yo,
he got
wait a
like
second,
Camaros and
wait a
stuff.
second, pastor. Oh, I mean priest. You shouldn't be driving that." And eventually, they were getting on to him, and then he started driving around in this like Kia, little orange Kia Soul.
And then
The car.
you got what Kenneth Copeland.
I
This
had to buy
devil.
that plane.
You got a fucking private jet, man.
I
Was
had
it
to buy that private jet. It was a deal of a lifetime, motherfucker.
saying now that what did I say? Oh, the Lord told me to get this. Yeah,
The
okay.
Lord told me, we got to make $3 million this year so we could buy a private jet so we can go to do missionary trips.
And now you have these women, these women. It's just saying the Lord told me X, Y, and Z. And then they start speaking in all sorts of fucking gibberish. Yeah, okay, bro. The fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, but we're not those men. You had that precept one, bring it
Yeah, I
out.
got this. Ecclesiastic. You got it. You got it.
But no, you bring it out.
Okay, okay. Hold on, let's see. Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 and 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. And even like, look, when we're on the highways and hedges, right? Yeah, people will walk by and they have this look of like, what is this?
Who are these fucking people? They look at us like with that stink
What are you guys doing?
face. What are you guys doing? They take the phone out. What are you guys doing?
Start recording,
Recording us
or
while they're talking to us like we don't realize they're
like
making fun of us.
we got one group of people. These two scoffing ass, evil ass
Stupid
hoes
fucking whores.
that pull out their phone, ask what we're doing, what we're reading, and then
With the phone right
hiding
in
the
their face,
phone,
like we
hiding the
just we
phone,
just ignore their ass.
and just right in front of us. We didn't say a single word, man. Made your ass look stupid because they're trying to probably try to get a TikTok, try to get a reaction.
And may the Lord YAHAWASHI always try to destroy you. Shalak Rayam when you scoffing ass people.
And what we sent curses right after,
Right
man.
after.
And another scoffer. He said
Fat fuck.
he said in the name of the Father. He drove his car right there, just screamed it out, rode right past, man, laughing. Do you think this is a fucking
It's
joke?
funny, man, because if these same people step inside the Catholic Church or church for that matter, and they hear somebody speaking, they're not going to interrupt
They
mid
shut their
sermon.
mouth though.
They're not going to interrupt mid sermon. They're going to shut the fuck up. They're going to kneel. They're going to stand up. They're going to walk, bow their head at the altar, do the same thing every fucking week, and continue to commit iniquity.
Yeah, well, when these
Do
people speak,
adultery and do all sorts of wicked shit.
everybody shuts their mouth. Now you'll have occasionally you have these people in these churches. They're like, well, if we're not telling you to do this at all, there's a lot of these crash outs. They end up doing this. They'll occasionally start. They might get called out every now and then, right? But these pastors, man, when they speak, they'll say whatever, and then people stand up and fucking clap for
They'll
them.
pour syrup on a Bible.
Then
And
they'll pour
everyone will
syrup on a
clap.
Bible. Then they'll start clapping, getting up. Then tithes come along, and you're over here giving this dude. They're getting $100 bills
And they go right after.
right after you got
They
$10,000 on
go
a
in the
Sunday.
office. They go after, and they're counting up everything. 20,000 fucking dollars, and the church congregation staff members not getting paid a fucking thing. They're over here like looking at that like, oh shit, my rent money. Like I don't have any money to pay for my kids. Pastor, I need some help. He looks at them. He says, "Let us pray." Doesn't give them a fucking goddamn thing. We're not making no money off of this.
You got one pastor. They they you had this one lady or a couple of people. They were doing experiments to see like Yeah, like a broke woman who was pregnant or whatever, or she had like a baby and she was broke, and she wanted to see which like church would actually provide for them or whatever. And she called a bunch of them up, and they just basically like were just like bullshitting them. They're just bullshitting because these they don't give a fuck about you, man. Ultimately, the Lord has to be on your side, man, to be providing you with with these things.
And the scriptures do say that my servants shall eat. So in the day of calamity, while everyone else is suffering, because it doesn't matter, man. You know, these pastors, they ain't catching hell. You know, Pastor Larry from Victory Church ain't catching fucking hell. You know, these churches that we used to hear about and know about, they go, they get their money, they go home, they live their simple life. They're not going through adversity. All right, they have everything good. They don't have to worry about their bills behind, people disrespecting them. You know, everyone respects them. Meanwhile, they're some of the most devilish grifters out there. But the scriptures talk about, you know, the men that are humble and meek are going to be exalted in due time. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So the servants are actually, you know, the servants now going to the plantation, being behind on bills, struggling to figure out how they're going to pay their next rent payment, whatever the case may be. Homeless, dealing with issues from their woman, all these things, man.
Yeah, yeah,
These are the same men that are following the Lord in truth and sincerity that are going to have mansions upon mansions waiting for them. They're going to have acres and acres of women. You know, that's what we're really striving for and hoping for, because every day that we're living in this body, we have to go through the elements and the ailments of the flesh. And it's vexing, man.
yeah. At the end of the day, we don't give a fuck about you other people, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You have to it's you have to go to the men of the Lord, and you have to seek out these answers from the prophets, right? And if you want to if you want to pass on, you're going to be punished, because the scriptures say, right, the simple passeth on and are punished, right? What is that scripture? That prudent man foreseeth the evil, but the simple pass on and are punished. Roughly paraphrasing, meaning what? You know, if you pass on and from these scriptures, man, from the prophets, these words of prophecy are being spoken.
You choose to reject it.
You choose to reject it. You man, you're what? That's on you,
You
man.
make the worst mistake of your whole fucking life. Seriously. It's like you would have struck gold. You would have just stumbled upon a treasure chest full of real rubies and emeralds and diamonds, and you just say, ah, fuck it, and just chuck it over the window, chuck it down the toilet.
Uh,
Throw it in the trash.
If these people know, then they say, "Oh no, I didn't want to miss out."
I don't want to miss out on the lusts of the world that passeth away.
Man, fuck
What
you.
does the scripture say though? He that doeth the will of the Father abideth forever. So we're gonna abide forever, man. That's why we're persuaded to go out here and to push out this work, to do the work of the Lord, man, to be servants, to go through this adversity, whatever tailor-made burdens that we have to our individual lot, we're going through it because we know it's gonna yield a peaceable reward, a massive reward, which is the kingdom. And guess what? You know, the Lord, He said that wisdom is more precious than rubies. So you're telling me that if I stumbled upon a case full of rubies that would be worth millions and millions of dollars, maybe even tens of millions of dollars. Well, guess what? Wisdom is more important than that. But these people can't see. Jake can't see that. Jake will kill somebody over a fucking $100 or a pair of Jordans.
Or
Jake will kill their soul for a fucking pair of Jordans
or fucking Popeyes
or Popeye.
or onion rings.
Onion rings, man. Fucking
That's
Cheeto.
that's how you know the love of many is waxing cold,
Man,
because you're seeing these people, these demons, man, kill each other over a fucking box of onion rings.
there was a kid, like an 18 or 19-year-old. That beloved elder Apostle Vakar was talking about it in one of his lessons a while back. And these people, these two kids knew each other for a long time, but one of them wasn't going to give the other one a prize, and he killed him.
You just shot him right there,
Shot him
man.
right there because he wouldn't give him fries. Fries that would have cost what? McDonald's fries, couple of dollars.
Or I saw this one video of this dude at the airport, man. This is like Jake, dude, literally was like, bro, like this guy like didn't want to pay for like a $3 cup of water. He ended up getting arrested, man. Just fucking for a $3 cup of fucking water, man.
People are fucking
Dude, missed his plane ticket and everything. There's these. Esau is conjuring up different spirits, and more of these spirits and these demons are just hopping on people, man.
What does the scripture say? There be certain spirits that are created for vengeance. A lot of these spirits created for vengeance are coming out right now.
And they were reserved, right? These spirits were meant for a later time period. The spirits, man. These spirits were reserved for a latter time period. You're gonna see a lot of like these demons come out. Especially when all hell breaks loose, the power grid goes off.
Game over, man.
Man, imagine if those cameras shut off, the power grid goes off, lights go off. Man, you're gonna have fucking all sorts of things happening, man.
It's gonna be evil, and the scriptures say, let's go into that. That's the book of Matthew 24 and 21. Because let's see,
I got something too.
what time are we at right now?
You got 50.
Okay. It's the book of Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So these spirits created for vengeance are gonna facilitate this perilous and evil time that's about to take place, which is gonna be the peak of Jacob's trouble, which we're already in Jacob's trouble. So just imagine if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? If they're doing these things right now, but people are still able to go watch the World Cup game, watch Cristiano Ronaldo fucking play, go NBA Knicks win the championship. If they can go watch a UFC, whatever the fuck, GTA. Imagine, man, what's gonna really happen when everything shuts down, when there's no police answering, when there's no supermarkets open, when there's no gas stations open, when there's no lights, when there's no power. That's when people are gonna start going crazy. You're gonna start seeing people eating each other. You're gonna start seeing people chop each other up, heads rolling down the fucking driveway.
Yeah. You had that one motel. There's a video like this motel. Dude got his head chopped off. It was literally getting kicked across the fucking driveway, man. Like just like it was like a soccer ball or something.
A soccer ball.
They got it all on camera.
And the Lord, he's allowing these things to get right on camera, and then they get
This
posted
is
online.
during the green tree, mind you.
And then you people still have a problem with it. Oh, why are you posting this? You hurt my fucking feelings. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that weak ass shit. You have a problem with it, you can go leave because this is judgment from the Lord. But you people don't understand judgment. But you'll come to find that out sooner than later.
Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Right? Evil's gonna fall upon you people. You 2/3, you witches, warlocks, you fucking devils, you Edomites,
And it's over.
all you people. It's over for you,
For the
man.
elect, for the hopeful elect, all right, those that are going to be clothed in protection in the Psalm 91 shelter, we're gonna be saved in this perilous time to come. We hope and pray that we're gonna be saved because we're giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. We're filling up the oil. We're having fear. We're working out our salvation in fear and trembling.
And
We're,
don't Salakia.
we're seeking wisdom and knowledge, which will be the stability of our time and the strength of our salvation. We're doing these things to prepare. Preparation of the gospel of peace, while the rest of you people slack off and procrastinate.
If you got a friend or somebody you know in the world that's slacking off and wherever, or just not taking this truth seriously or anything, yeah, you have to cut those people off, and don't let their incredulity trouble you, man.
Because their spirits can try to hop on you, try to get you weak or think other things, to go trim your ways to seek love. Just
Man,
because you knew this guy,
even just calling somebody on the phone, these people, man, and they don't get it. That you gotta watch out, man, because those demons will try to fucking hop on
and
you.
they'll have you on the phone for 3 hours.
3 hours.
Seem like
You go nowhere. You end up really there was angels blocking this devil from even understanding. Because that's understanding it. Because that's really what you are. You're devils, man. Because you love Esau, man. And what does the scripture say? Ye are of your father, the devil. Right? So ultimately you love that fucking the world that this piece of shit fucking gives. The world that this devil offers you, man. All this fucking this vain shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit gets boring, man. it gets fucking boring real quickly, man.
There's no flavor to it now.
There's only so many, fucking, expensive things and things you can buy and do and cars expensive cars you can drive and fucking and just things you can do until you just realize, like, man, like, what the fuck is this
What is
shit?
this shit? And you see these rich people,
Or you want a house, you finally get that house you wanted.
and
Well,
then
what's next? You gotta get a bigger house.
yeah,
Then
a bigger house, another piece of land. It's never ending. That's why we're seeking a kingdom to come, because the Lord's gonna give us.
and I don't want to cut you off, but on top of that, then you get a house just for them. They can just come and fucking imminent domain you
Yeah.
whenever they want.
Oh well, we need this to build a parking lot. Well, we don't care that you've had this for generations. We don't care that you built your so-called life on here, and you raised all your children. It's gonna be ours in a few weeks.
Man,
We'll give
like,
you some chump change, and yeah, get your bags packed. You're gonna go figure it out.
and that's why the scriptures, it said what these people honored me with their lips. Let's bring that out, because I don't want to keep just bring
Yeah,
there's just you have so many precepts to bring out. Sometimes you just like, here, let's
I have this one.
these.
This is the book of Matthew 15:8. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. And that heart goes into the mind, lob.
Yeah.
So how many people say, "Oh, I follow God"? Proverbs 31. Meanwhile, they're committing adultery.
And
They're stealing.
they're putting it in their Instagram bios and Facebook
They're
bios
some of the most wicked people out there, man.
and
Whores and scum and grifters
and
and
and and and that's the thing. You can't dedicate first. You can't, first of all, it really doesn't take a lot to stop eating pork and all these abominable ass foods.
no.
And then you can't take your time to just do that. And on top of that, you can't take some time out of your day to feed the sheep of the Lord. Do some good, some works for Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashi.
But then
No. You want to, you have to spend 8 hours on the phone with your fucking women, bro.
niggas will FaceTime their
You,
woman, fall asleep with their woman on the phone.
you,
But
you,
then they'll say they don't have time to do a lesson.
you have to go watch you have to go watch uh a fucking Game of Thrones and Harry Potter multiple times, because you already watched it 3 fucking times. No, you need to watch it the fourth time. These people they will literally watch movies more than once, man.
But they can't do a lesson.
Like, but you can't even do a lesson,
figure out
man.
a way to push out the word.
You already watched the whole thing. Like, why the fuck do you have to watch it again? Like, don't you already know what happened?
The scriptures say, "Be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. For as you much know that your labor will not be done, your labor will not be in vain." And that's roughly paraphrasing, because even though we don't want to, sometimes the flesh isn't feeling it. Our bodies are tired. We're going through ailments. We got shit going on. We still come out here and do the work. We do the best that we can. And we pray that the Lord sees our efforts, because we're doing things out of sincerity. We're not asking for money.
This is a reasonable service.
Reasonable service.
It is the least you can do for Yahweh Hashem
Literally the
Yahawashi.
least that you can do, man, because the Lord is giving us salvation.
The Lord had to endure that cup of suffering,
Yeah.
and so this is the least you can do.
Push out this word, feed the flock, right? Do the work of the Lord, man, because it's not going to be done in vain. You're going to have a laborious reward, so long that you endure until the very end. You resist the chip. You resist the hour of temptation, right? And the Lord predestines you for salvation. It's going to be a pleasing reward at the end of the day. That's a reward that we're fighting for and hoping for, and that we're constantly enduring and laboring for. Yeah. You got anything else?
I don't got much.
So with that, we're gonna close out, Lord willing. This camp was edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep listening in and learning. And with that being said, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakadash.
double honors and respect unto the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who rule well and teach well in sincerity and charity. Peace and salutation unto the Lord's elect scattered abroad the four quarters of the earth. Brother Yahweh Brock.
Brother Brock, shalom.